Hi everybody. So this is the end of night one. This is the Austin date. I got home just a few minutes ago, and sorry I didn't film like anything else during the day, but I'm like really awkward when it comes to filming out in public. So I just didn't do any filming, and you weren't allowed to film in the theater. So I didn't do any filming, but it was so, I can't, it was so good. I just needed to get some sort of semi-coherent thought out. The rest of this vlog will explain everything, but Dan is so adorable. He's like, oh my god, he's everything you think he is and more. And Phil, I love Phil so much. I didn't know I could love Phil more. Oh my god. And it was like everybody was so into it, and oh my god, I can't. There are things. There are things in the show that made me laugh and made me cry and made me smile, and everyone was there laughing and crying and smiling with me, and it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. And to steal a line from one of my Facebook friends, how am I supposed to just go back to watching them on a computer screen after this? I mean, I get to see them on Sunday. I'm so glad I get to see them on Sunday, because once is not enough. Once is not enough. So I'll try to do like a spoiler-free summary. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to summarize. I just feel like when Phil did the thing that Phil does, I had been waiting. I was so happy. Oh my god. And then there was this bit, and okay, the dick jokes, there was at least 3. And then, oh my god, it was everything I needed. Oh my god. I am not gonna let anything ruin this weekend. I am not gonna let anything ruin this weekend. I will see you guys later. Okay, I have no tripod. I'm hoping this is okay. Oh, yeah. Disclaimer, before I even get started. None of this will make any sense. Okay, let's go. As you can see, I just got back from tatinof Vegas, and I'm dying on the inside. I'm so glad I came. I know I saw them in Austin, but I'm so glad I came and I got VIP. It was everything. I can't. Okay. I'm gonna go and tell as much as I can, as well as I can. Okay. Rewind. Okay. So, I was gonna walk over to the venue because it's like, oh, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump around the corner, blah, blah, blah. And I started walking, and it's like, oh, it's hot, but it seems stupid to pay to get a car somewhere that's like, it's like literally 15 minutes away around the corner. I'm like, I can walk, that's no big deal. So I'm walking, little to do, that's how I walk, little to do. And then the sidewalk runs out. There's no more sidewalk. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna walk in the street like a heathen. So I called the car. And the Lyft guy, bless him, I don't know if he was a new driver or what, but first he went the wrong way in the bus lane where the buses are supposed to be. Thankfully there was no bus there, so we didn't die. Then we're driving over, and he looks at me and he goes, "Are you a woman? I'm confused." And I went, "No." And the other part member, he wants to go, "That's really inappropriate. You just don't ask people that." And I just said, "No." He was like, "Oh, okay." Well, and I was like, "Did you have to? Why? You didn't have to ask me that. I'm literally getting out of your car in like 2 seconds." So that happened. Then I got over, and there were some people already in the line, so I'm walking over, me and my awkward self, doo-doo, and somebody was like, Kieran, because I posted my shirt, so they recognized me. And I went over and I joined this nice little group of girls, and there was a girl named Diana, and a girl named Melissa, and at some point there was a girl named Amanda, and I don't remember anybody else's name. Sorry if you're watching this and I forgot your name. She had a box of Cards Against Humanity cards, and you know, I don't play Cards Against Humanity because I think it's mean, but we were just looking through like the white cards, and the white cards were funny, like LOL and all these things. And there was one card that was not funny. We buried it underneath the other cards too soon. And then there were some girls up front, and one of them had a ukulele, and she was playing music, and we sang Toxic, and then everybody started singing All Star, and it was so funny. I love a random acapella outburst of All Star. It was really, really funny. And I will put those videos in right here because I recorded them with my Snapchat. Booyah!
It's getting warm, so you might as well swim. The world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star.
So, we got up and started filing people in. We had to go sit in this room where there were little chairs and circles like support groups. And eventually this nice British lady with a lovely like Essexy kind of accent, I'm not exactly sure, I'm guessing she was their manager, telling everybody what to do, blah blah blah. We all got in the line, and there was only one door. I knew they were going to come in that door, and I tried to have my phone ready, but as always, people are going up and rushing and everything. And they came in and went, pew, went off to the front, and Dan took the selfie so fast. I swear, it was just like, my camera wouldn't even been loaded. He was just like, up and go and done, and he's a professional at this, damn. So then, we all got in the line to go up to the meet and greet, and I was like, fidget, book, things, because I know you're supposed to have all your stuff out when you get up there, but I'm like, how am I supposed to hug these human beings and hold my phone and hold this book at the same time? Because we got up, the manager was like, hold the book open. Hold the book open? I only have 2 arms. I cannot embrace these people and hold the book open. But somehow I did it, this weird thing, dance of the books, dance of the 7 books. I went around and Dan's just there with his face and his loveliness and his eyes and his smile, and he's just like, hi, and I'm like, ah. I feel like I barely touched him. Like, it was so fast. It was like, and Dan doesn't hug that good. Maybe he doesn't want to, you know? That is okay. But my brain was like, hug. My brain wants to be like, grrr. Like, my brain wants to cling to people. And then I hugged Phil and said hello to him. And I had practiced what I was going to say all day. All of that went out the window. Out the window. And, but they're like, oh, can we sign your book? I said, yes. I gave them the book. I said to Dan, I'm getting the doodles tattooed. And Phil says, I was going to say, it looks like you've got a few. And so I was like, oh yeah, I've got One Direction, and I've got a Grammy tattoo, which Dan was like, nice. Which he probably thought was incredibly lame. I felt like such a spaz. I was literally just rambling at them. Look at this, and look at that, and let me tell you this, and let me tell you that. And I didn't have time to make sense of anything. Dan is quite the chatty one and did most of the talking, and Phil just kind of stood there and looked pretty, and I just kept looking over at Phil like, heart fluttery. And oh, they liked my Timmy shirt, and they complimented my Timmy shirt, and Dan would be the first to be like, hey, I like that, and then Phil would just agree with him. And we went and took the selfie, and Dan said, I have to take the selfie because I'm the tallest person in the state. And I told him that I hope he had a nice birthday. And then we went and we took the selfie, and as we took the selfie, I just instinctually, I wanted to be like squished, and I didn't even have time to say, because I was going to ask them, can we do a holding hands one, and then a really squishy hug. But my brain forgot how to form sentences, so I didn't say anything about what kind of picture I wanted. We were just taking a selfie, and so as we were were squished as we were like moving together to take the selfie, I just instinctually, subconsciously grabbed onto Dan's arm. So I'm like holding Dan's arm like this as he's taking the selfie. I'm like grabbed onto his arm. And then it was over, and at some point, Phil took my book from me while we were taking the picture. I didn't even notice that he took the book. I don't remember him taking the book, but I took the book back from him, and I'm just like, I just want to touch you a little bit more. Not like that. Just a little bit more. That's what my brain was thinking. But I didn't even ask for a second hug, and I walked away, and it was over. And I forgot to give them I wrote a letter. I forgot to give it to them, but luckily I went over to their manager and she took it for me. So I noticed they had a box where they were putting all the letters and everything in. And who knows if they read those letters, but let's say they read all the letters. That's what they do in between transfers to different places. Just read the letters. And it was, part of it makes me sad because I'm so happy that I came. Even though it was short and it was brief, I'm so happy I got to see the show again. I'm so happy I got to meet them. Part of it makes me sad because it's probably going to be the only time that I ever get to be in that space and have that interaction with them. And it makes me sad because there's so much that I couldn't say to them. But you take things as they come, that's what happens, and they know their love. They know. I hope they know. They need to know because they're so, so loved. The show, once again, the show was fan-freaking-tastic. Without spoiling things, based on the Austin show, it was, I'd say, 75% the same show, except for the audience participation parts obviously are different because people submit different things, and so they have to respond to things differently. The general basis was the same. The other part that was different is the part towards the end. If you've seen it, it's the part where the audience chooses stuff. Not giving anything away. But the audience here chose almost entirely different things than the audience in Austin chose. So I liked that I got to see both scenarios. And then the part at the very end, like the little finale part that they do, there was one part. Okay, there's one part where Dan and Phil do this cheeky thing, they look at each other, but there's another part where they look at each other again. And it was so, I don't know, because they did it the other night, but tonight there was something, it was so sweet and so sincere. Dan had this look in his eyes and Phil's face did a thing, and I nearly started crying right then and there. It was so, oh my god. And everyone, okay, people in the Kit group were talking about this. They were like, did you see the thing? And we're like, yes, we saw the thing. It wasn't just me. Other people saw, okay? And I cannot wait for them to put this on a DVD or whatever they're doing with it, because I need to be able to watch this whenever I want. The thing that Phil does when the spotlight comes on, and the thing that Phil does, I need that so much more. Oh my god, that made me so happy. He's so lovely. And Dan's just Dan. Dan is everything you think he is in real life, maximized times 45, whatever. Dan in HD. And he's so cute. And he's so nice. Sometimes, because you meet people, you see people, and you think, oh, they do this all the time, they're just going through the motions, being a bit insincere. I didn't feel like he was going through the I felt like he was going quickly, but I didn't think like he was being insincere. Like, Dan knows, okay, we have a lot of people, we only have a certain amount of time, we have to go through this fast. I'm sure if they could, Dan and Phil would spend 5 minutes with every single person, but they can't do that. I'll show you guys what I got in my merch stuff. Okay, I bought this shirt. I don't normally buy shirts at tours, but I just had too much fun. I mean, I shouldn't have spent the money on the shirt, but it's a good shirt. It's a medium, and it's massive. It's not as big on. I'm wearing this for the first day of school. You think I'm joking. I'm not. And of course I have my flower crown. There was craft flower crowns in this one. Somebody gave them crafty flower crowns, and it's so cute. Poster. I know I'm not going to unwrap it because I know it looks exactly like the t-shirt. That's going up in my room. My, I stole a pen when I was writing down 7-second challenges. I stole a pen, not on purpose. Then the tote bag is totes cute. Ha ha, see what I did there. And I have a wristband. It's somewhere. You know what it looks like. It's a wristband. Oh, and then I'll show you what they signed in my book. Okay, I said to Dan to draw the moon and for Phil to draw the sun, because they're the sun and the moon. No. And I'm getting those tattooed. I'm going to get them tattooed probably like right here, maybe somewhere else, but probably right there. And bless them, bless them. I fly home in the very early morning, and tomorrow I go back to the daily grudge of real life. And I don't think I would come to Vegas for anything else. This is just not my scene. But it was really fun. It was so fun, and I wish I could do it 100 times over. And I just wish I could keep them. And I wish I could see them every day. And I just want to say, if anyone that I met tonight at the show is watching this, I appreciated you guys so much. You were so nice to include me in your little group. And I really, really appreciated that. Because otherwise I just would have been sitting in the corner by myself like a weirdo, going twitch, twitch, twitch. But that is it. I am gonna internet now and drink my iced coffee. And I'll see you guys next Sunday. Click like, click subscribe. You know the drill. I hope you're happy. And I hope that you are also watching somebody you love and getting to do things that you enjoy. And I hope you find something that makes you feel that way. Be happy, be safe, be loved. Peace out, broccoli sprouts. Bye.